So I noticed something when I first compared the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 14 Pro many months ago, and I kind of forgot about it until I actually went through and looked at these phones once again. And for some reason to me, I have no idea why, the iPhone 10 display visibly looks better to me than the iPhone 14 Pro display. Now, I don't know why that is. I feel like the viewing angles are kind of a little bit better on the 14 Pro. The 14 Pro is giving you ProMotion, and I do think the 14 Pro is the overall better display, I would say. Like, it's a better display, it gets brighter, you have ProMotion on here. But if we're just looking at the panels side by side and we're not messing with them at all, I truly do feel like that the iPhone 10 kind of visibly looks better than the iPhone 14 Pro, which is pretty wild to me. Now, size-wise, they are almost identically the same. You're getting a dynamic island on the 14 Pro, which honestly could affect it. Because if I go ahead and zoom in, one of the things that kind of has been kind of weirding me out a little bit with the 14 Pro is just with how far the dynamic island kind of sits. So if I go and open up the Notes application on both, you can see that if I go and compare these two side by side, you can just see how much further down the iPhone 14 Pro, the notch or the dynamic, whatever, it kind of fits below the iPhone 10. So that is something that kind of freaks out me, personally. And if I'm going through and if I'm even watching a video of some sort, it always kind of cuts into the videos on something like the 14 Pro. So that is something that kind of weirds me out. I do have a screen protector over my iPhone 10, so keep that in mind as well. But another thing is, when I'm going through and I'm opening up applications and whatnot, although the iPhone 10 is visibly slower and it's really not the best panel of all time, whenever I'm using it, whenever I actually utilize a specific screen, it gives me, or just so visibly looks better. I feel like it's, I don't know, calibrated better than something like the iPhone 14 Pro. So that is something that kind of, it doesn't freak me out, but it's something that's so interesting to me. With the iPhone 14 Pro, we are getting True Tone. I believe on the iPhone 10, we are also getting True Tone at some capacity. So I hold it down. We do have True Tone capability on the iPhone 10. The iPhone 14 Pro also has True Tone here, which pretty much warms the display down, which is really nice. And that is a really nice touch to have. But when I'm going through every single day and I compare something like my iPhone 14 Pro against my iPhone 10, which I'm probably going to do later on this year as well, it just shocks me how good of a job Apple did with the iPhone 10. Now, I don't know if the iPhone 10's display is better because mentally I'm thinking about it, and this is a way older phone than the iPhone 14 Pro. Maybe I truly do think that the 14 Pro's panel with ProMotion is really nice, but because the iPhone 10 is as old as it is, and the display is still as solid as it is, it just shocks me that Apple had done such a great job with the iPhone 10 back then that the display still looks so good so many years later. So I'm really happy they went ahead and put a ProMotion display on here. But I would be curious to see, like, when I look at something like the Galaxy S20s, if I look at the S20 and I look at the S23, I kind of do think that the S20 may have had a better display than the Galaxy S23, and that might be exactly what's going on here as well. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.